Hey Wargamers, today I want to give you a little bit of an update on what's been going on with the channel and where we are going over the next few weeks and months. Broadly, I have two priorities regarding the channel. One is to build new content and the other is to build a larger community around the channel. With regard to content, I have a few different things going on. One is that I'm doing the 2019 Tau update series. So I did a bunch of videos. In fact, I did a video for every entry in the Tau Codex and in the Imperial Armor Index. And a lot of those are out of date now. There's just things that have changed either directly as a result of FAQs or chapter approved, or the meta has shifted in a way that makes those older videos not as accurate as I would like them to be. So I'm revisiting a lot of those and producing a, updated look at how I think those units should be used in the contemporary Tau army. So in the immediate future, I'm looking at commanders, all the different battle suits, special characters, things like that. But if there are things that you are just aching to know how they've changed, let me know in the comments below, because I'm looking for a little bit of guidance here in terms of what you guys actually want me to talk about. So if you have a preference, put that down in the comments, please. Additionally, I have a new long-form battle report series coming up. I'm actually going to be filming the first of this series this Thursday, hopefully. Everything, fingers crossed that everything works out. But I have a plan. I have my webcam set up to give kind of over the table viewing. I, of course, have this camera to do the main viewing. So it's going to be a long form battle report. This is different than the other battle reports you've seen on this channel because hopefully you're going to see more of the action, not just those turn summaries. And I know some people like those turn summaries. I will still do those videos as well, but just diversifying the content a little bit, having a little bit of something for everybody is kind of the idea here. This first game is going to be a fun list. My rule is no riptides and no broadsides in my list. I would be playing against Gil and his Blood Angels. So, that's going to be kind of a trial run for this new type of content, and we'll see how it goes, but hopefully it goes well, right? So those are kind of two big things that I'm doing in terms of content moving forward. One, revisiting a lot of those outdated unit reviews, and another, focusing more on battle reports. I know that people, continually ask about battle reports, and I am finally in a place right now where I think I can start producing those more regularly and at a higher production quality. So those are plans for building better content on the channel. My other big goal is to build a larger and more expansive community around the channel, both directly in terms of subscribers, but also in different platforms and things like that. So on the channel, my goal is to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. I think that's totally doable. Right now we're at 7.5 thousand. So just 2,500 to get to 10K, and I think we can do it. This is kind of the level where I think I can start being more appealing to Games Workshop in terms of maybe potentially being part of their partnership program. Something like that. That would be, really a dream, right? Is to be able to engage with Games Workshop in that type of way. And I would really like to do that. And so I think hopefully if we can get the channel above that threshold, we start to, pop up on the radar a little bit more. So that's one thing. But I'm also building the channel out. So you probably know that I have a Facebook page for the channel. That's where I post a lot of supplemental things and things that I just don't want to make a whole video about. If there's a news release, I'm going to post, a little snippet on there if I don't feel like I have a particularly provocative or interesting point to make about it. If I see something that's cool, not going to make a whole video about it, goes on Facebook. If I have a whole army list, I post that on Facebook because there's just a limit to the number of things that I can really post in the video description. So I engage with people on Facebook that way, and that's also where I try to disseminate a lot of videos is via Facebook as well. So we have Facebook. I'm finally making the leap to engage with people over on Discord as well. So we have an Invasive Wargaming Discord channel now, Discord server, and there's a couple different channels within there. There's a general chat, there's a Tau Tactics chat, there's a hobby chat. And so these are all different ways I'm trying to have better engagement with you guys. We have the comment section, and we will always have the comment section. But we can also have the Discord channel. And so that's a little bit more of a direct pathway for us to chat, especially because the Facebook chat feature or the Facebook Messenger feature is really hard to work with. It's, if any of you guys have worked with a Facebook page Messenger before, that it's like 3 degrees removed from your normal workflow on Facebook. So being able to have that direct line through Discord is something that I'm really excited about. And so you'll notice me plugging that for the duration of this month, at least, at the end of the video, is saying, hey, check out the Invasive Wargaming Discord channel. And that's just trying to get you guys to participate in that. And that way we can have a little bit more of a direct one-on-one conversation instead of having to go through comments or Messenger or anything like that. That Discord also has a patrons-only lobby where any patron, regardless of pledge level, can get special access to this channel and kind of have a little bit more of a one-on-one conversation with me, or however many patrons are on the Discord at that particular time. But it's more of a direct pathway, and so that's something that has been rolled out for every patron at any level, is that you can have access to that Discord, which I think is nice and kind of speaks to this other goal that I have of building up the Patreon. I want to make that a better experience for everyone. Right now I have kind of my basic perks that have existed since I've launched the Patron, like at $1 or whatever pledge you have. I'm doing these army list reviews, and we'll actually have another one of these very soon on the channel where I take your army list, talk about the things that I think work, don't work, revise it, while still trying to keep it in the theme of the original list, and overall produce what I think is going to be a better functioning list overall. And that's, a whole video that I do where we talk about all those things. So that's just a kind of a generic perk. I also have, models and painting that I do for higher pledge levels. If you haven't seen those, I'll put a link in the description below of kind of a showcase that I've done of some of those works that I've done for patrons. But I also have kind of a continuing thank you that I do with dice, and I'm actually really excited about this. I got my second series of dice and a whole new set of dice that I think are, a little bit fancier, and so I want to share those with you in this video here. All right, so series 1 of the Patreon dice were these guys here, right? Red and green, they're based, they're loosely based off of my Tau army color scheme, right? I have lots of red, and then kind of the accents are green, and so that was the idea, was go red and green. And then they have the die icon from the Invasive Wargaming logo. And with series 2, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So this is, I guess you could think about this being a little bit more based off my Tyranids, but overall, I wanted something that looked perhaps a little bit more recognizable than just the die icon. Not that I don't like these dice, but I wanted something with a little bit more pizzazz. And so I think we did that with series 2 here. It's actually 3 colors instead of 2, and it's not a symmetrical assortment of dice either. It's these guys here. So it's still the same number of dice, but I have 5 of these fluorescent green, 5 of these translucent purples, and then 2 of these ivory dice as well. So trying to give you a little bit more variety here in the composition, and also have some colors that really pop. And you'll notice as well that we have the full Invasive Wargaming logo on there. And it is legible, right? So that's important, right? It's not just fuzzy fuzzy letters on a die. Of course, these are on the 6s, so are the series 1 icons. But overall, very happy with how these turned out. And these will be going out to patrons at the $15 level every 6 months. So you get a package of dice every so often. It's not meant to be that you're buying the dice. This is meant to be a continued thank you for your support. Just like every tier, I'm trying to work on ways to be more engaged and reward patrons for sticking with me. So this is just one way that I'm doing that, and bringing some new dice into it, I think spruces it up a little bit. So I will draw these down. I'll keep giving these out until we run out, and then I'll switch over to Series 2 and start sending those out. So if you want to get Series 1, if you want to be one of the OG supporters, you can go ahead and hop in now, and that way you will get the full set of dice as they start to roll out. Yeah, so I'm excited about these new dice, and I think they look really cool, and I'm excited to send them out to you guys because I just like having that thank you, that physical thank you going out every so often to you guys. So as always, I want to be very clear. Thank you, everyone, for your support, whether you are a patron or not. I really appreciate it. You guys are what's building this community, and that's really what's important to me, is building that community. So thank you. But if you are a patron, or if you're considering being a patron, I want to ask you, what types of things are you looking for in the patron service? Like, what would you really like me to do that would make Patreon more appealing or more engaging? What are the things that you would just be happy to see in the patron perks? So what types of rewards, what type of engagement, how do you want me to be posting, anything like that? I'd really like to know. So either put that in the description below, drop it in the Patreon Discord, message it to me on Patreon, any of those things. Just please let me know, because I really want to make that a great experience for everyone. The last thing I want to mention here is that I'm hoping the channel moves into a place where we can have some sort of sponsorship, not because of anything directly related about having a sponsor, but really about the types of content that's going to allow the channel to deliver. So ideally, we'd have some sort of partnership that would allow the channel to have access to more resources, more content, more models that I could talk about, and kind of have a broader range of things than just what I'm buying for myself anyway. And that's really the idea behind hopefully partnering with someone on a sponsorship, is being able to deliver a greater array of content, more diverse gaming systems, more diverse armies, all those sorts of things, being able to engage on multiple fronts instead of having the constriction of what I'm just able to do myself. And if that works out, that's great. Otherwise, I'm obviously happy just keep going the way we've been going, because I think we're having a lot of fun. At least I'm having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are too. So as always, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think about any of the points I've made today in the comments below. And as always, happy wargaming. Hey everyone, this channel is made possible by my supporters over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider joining our Patreon community and continuing the conversation over on the new Invasive Wargaming Discord server. Special thanks to Shifty, Scott Heater, Nick Steele, Jared Egler, Tao Oswell, Stephen Cohen, Jake Johnson, Eric Jackson, Benjamin, Julian Peck, Andy M. Young, Peter Benjamin Parker, and Chris Kessler.